Morning, everyone. I hope you're all well. Today is Wednesday, the 27th of April. This is going to be another What I Eat in a Day, and I am starting the day off with something to eat, which I know I didn't yesterday, but today I've woke up feeling a little bit hungry. It's pretty similar to yesterday. The kids have gone to school already, the hubby's gone to work, and I'm going to be having myself a Muller Light Greek style yogurt, smooth toffee for just half a sin, a banana, which is free, an apple, and a pear, which is both speed. I'm trying to save my healthy extra beef for later on for dinner this evening because I think I'm going to make meatball calzones again. As I explained yesterday, I've meal planned for the whole of the week because I honestly do think that planning is key with any kind of diet plan, no matter what you're on. Especially for me, because if I don't plan, then I tend to not stick to it basically because I just don't. When it comes to meal times, I'm hungry enough as it is, and I'm usually quite busy. So the last thing I want to do is be looking in the cupboards and trying to make up a meal. So yeah, I always meal plan, but not always dictate what we're going to have on each day. And this week I've not done that. We're just having it as and when it comes. So yeah, so this evening I think I fancy meatball calzones. The rest of the family will literally go on with anything I have to say that we're going to have to eat because they don't do the cooking. They enjoy my cooking, thankfully. They do say that I'm a good cook, which I think they're biased because they've got to say that, don't they? Otherwise they don't get fed. But yeah, so I think meatball calzones tonight, which means I want to save my healthy extra B and I want to save my second healthy extra A for those. And I'll show you how I make them later on in this vlog. I'm not going to go into an in-depth tutorial or anything like that. I'll just quickly show you how I put it all together. So that means that I'm trying to keep my healthy extra B and my second healthy extra A until that meal, so hopefully I won't need it in either. Well, obviously I don't need it in my breakfast, but hopefully I won't need it in my lunch. I'm thinking I might make a vegetable soup for lunch, but we'll see. So yeah, anyway, this is what I'm going to have. Got to rely on the coffee. This was a Mother's Day mug from the kids. I think it's quite hilarious because it doesn't specify which child. But yeah, so I'm going to enjoy this. Hopefully I can get the littlies down for a nap again at the same time. They seem to be napping at the same time, which is amazing because I get a good couple of hours just to myself. So I'm hoping that this trend is here to stay. And then, yeah, like I say, nothing else planned really. Just gonna potter around the house as usual because the weather is once again miserable. So I won't be venturing outside. I'll just wait until everyone comes home. So yeah, I will catch you shortly. So I've decided I'm going to make a massive pan of vegetable soup. If I make a massive pan full, then it'll see me through for a few days, you see. So I always try and make bigger the better. And then, like I say, whatever I don't eat after a couple of days, I can always throw in the freezer for another time. But usually it never gets to that stage. It's normally gone by then because I love soup and so do the kids. The hubby, unless it's Heinz and comes out of a tin, is not a massive fan. And even when it does come out of a tin, it's only got to be the cream of tomato soup. So like I've explained a million times before, he is a fussy bugger. So yeah, me and the kids will definitely eat this. This is just going to be a vegetable soup. It's going to be quite speedy. You can throw in anything that you like, obviously. Soup's soup. Make it to your own taste. Add or deduct any vegetables that you do or don't like, or that you might fancy, or even throw some meat in there. So I'll just show you what I've got here. So I've got some white cabbage and some chopped up celery. I nearly said cucumber then. Sorry if you can hear Kobe in the background. He's shouting at one of his toys. So them two are both speed. I've got some diced white onion, again speed, and then some diced carrot, speed. And then I've got some diced potato, which is free, and then a bowl of peas, which is free. I have a litres worth of stock here, which is vegetable stock, just these cheap stock pots from Aldi. These are free on Slimming World. So what I'll end up doing when I do cook the soup is that I'll add all this, which has 2 of the stock pots in, and then I'll throw another litre of hot water in as well. So it's not going to be as concentrated as what it looks. And then just to flavour it, with salt, pepper to taste, and then I throw garlic granules in as well. Sometimes I'll use fresh garlic, but I'm trying to do it speedy today, so I'm just going to use garlic granules. And then, like I say, I just taste it. If I think it needs more stock, I'll add more stock. If I think it needs more herbs and spices, I'll go with that and I'll throw those in. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to fry off the onion, and then I'll add the celery and cabbage and carrots, fry them off for a little bit, and then I'll add the potatoes, the stock, and I'll cook it down for a little bit until it starts to go nice and soft. And then what I'll do is I'll take half of the mixture out, blitz that so it goes nice and smooth, and then re-add it to the pan again with the chunky stuff, and then that's when I'll throw the peas in and the flavour as well and just taste it, because I don't want the peas blitzed, you see, I want them to stay chunky. And that's pretty much it, but I'll show you as I go along. So I've just added my onions to the pan with some fry light, and as you can hear, they're frying away now. So I'll cook them for a few minutes and then I'll add the other bits. So now I've added the cabbage and the celery. I just always find that if I fry stuff off first, it just gives a nicer flavour ultimately once the soup's cooked. So yeah, I'm just going to fry these off for a couple of minutes, and then I'm going to add the carrots and fry them off a little bit as well. So that's the carrot in there now. So at the moment in the pan I've got onion, cabbage, celery and carrot, and that lot's all frying off. Do it for another couple of minutes, and then I'm going to add the stock and the potatoes. So here it is with the potatoes in, and all I'm going to do is that jug of stock that you saw before, I'm just going to add that. Don't matter about all the bits because they'll just melt down anyway, so as it cooks. And then I'm just going to add another jug's worth of just warm water this time. And that is what it looks like so far. So this is with 2 big jugfuls of water in there now. Obviously the first jugful had 2 of those Aldi's quick sour stock pots, vegetable flavour. But again, you can use whichever flavour you prefer. And also add or minus as much water as you need, because you might not make as much as I have, so obviously you're not going to need as much stock or water. Just play it by ear and play around with it. I literally go off of eye for everything. Even when I've got a recipe, I tend to just throw it away and make my own up as I go along. I'm not very good at following the rules in that way. So yeah, I'm going to let this cook down. It's probably going to take at least a good hour for everything to go soft enough to the way that I want it to. My hob's not great at keeping things boiling hot. Unfortunately, it does tend to take a little while to get up to speed. Never am I going to have an electric hob again. I've always had gas in the past, and I should have got gas when we were refitting the kitchen, but I thought, oh, I'll try electric. Anyway, don't like it. We'll be having gas when we refit the kitchen or move, whichever one comes first. In the next one. So yeah, anyway, enough about my hob and complaining about it like I do probably on about 6 occasions a day. I'm going to leave that alone, and I'm just going to let this do its thing, and then I'll show you the next step. So this is what it looks like when it's cooked, but before I've actually blended it. So I'm just going to take half of it out and then re-add it and then add the peas. So that's half blended, and I've blended it like ridiculously super smooth. And then here's the other half that I'm about to re-add. So there you go, that's everything added back in, and plus I've added the peas. So you can see that it's lovely and thick. And then with all the chunky bits as well. So all I'm going to do is just reheat it, because the peas were frozen, although they have defrosted a little bit with being on the side. So just reheat it and serve, and that's literally it. And then, like I say, as you're reheating it, just test it, make sure that the seasoning's right, and then here presto, you're done. Super speedy. There's about 1/3 free food in there, and then 2/3 speed food. So it is more speed than free. So really good to snack on or have as main meals. So there you go, and I'm about to dive in myself. So here it is, here's my lunch. This is the soup that you've just seen. So I've got a big bowl there, and then on the side I'm having some crab sticks, which are free on Slimming World. and also some cherry tomatoes, which are speed. Seems like a random combination, but I absolutely love them both, so I thought, why not? I can't have bread to dip in. Well, I could, but I don't want to have bread to dip in, should I say. So I'm going to have these, and I'm eating these while I can because these cherry tomatoes are ridiculously crunchy, and I love it when a tomato is crunchy. They just end up like really sweet. I don't like it when you bite into them and they just turn to mush. So while they're like this, I'm going to take advantage and eat as many as I can. So yeah, this is what I'm going to have. And then I'm definitely almost 100% that we're going to have meatball calzone and chips for dinner this evening. So I'll show you that when I get round to it. I'll speak to you in a bit. Yeah, so I know I said that I'm wanting meatball calzone. That didn't happen. Basically, I ran out of time. The meatball calzone would take about an hour for me to do it because I do a vegetarian version and I also do a meat version. So it's not like I'm just cooking one meal for everyone. I'm actually doing two. So that would have taken me at least an hour. Whereas burger and chips, again, even though I'm doing vegetarian and meat, it doesn't take any time at all. It's literally half an hour, majority in the onion, in the oven. I've got onion on it, but it's not, definitely not cooked it in an onion. But yeah, just throw it in the oven, let it do its thing, chop a salad, here presto, nice and simple and quite quick. So this is what we're on this evening. So what I've got here, you can see I've got a massive salad. Apologies if you can hear the washing machine, but you know that it never stops in this house. So massive salad of baby mixed lettuce, which is speed, red onion, and cucumber and tomatoes, again all speed. I've got some wedges that I've done in the Actifry, just a little bit of fry light on, all absolutely free, and then I've just put some salt and vinegar on there. And then here I've got a wholemeal BAP, which is my healthy extra B for the day, and then on it you can see I have two vegetarian burgers. These are the Linda McCartney, just the thin ones, for half a sin each. So that's 1 sin in burgers. Again, just threw them in the oven. It's sat on some lettuce, which is speed, and then also 2 cheese slices, which are the Aldi Emporium light cheese slices. I can have 3 for my healthy extra A, but I'm only having 2, so it doesn't matter that I'm not having that extra one. If anything, it'll be a little bit speedier then, even though I know cheese isn't speed, but it makes sense in my head. So yeah, just 2 cheese slices, so that's my second healthy extra A. And then that concoction of what looks like mess is a tablespoon of lighter than light mayo, a tablespoon of like American style mustard, and then a tablespoon of 50% less sugar and salt ketchup. So that's these 3 here, and they're all half a sin each. So in condiments, it's just 1.5 sin. So that means that my dinner, all in all, is my second healthy extra A, my healthy extra B, and 2.5 sins in total. 1 sin for the burgers, 1.5 for those bad boys. And then I'm washing it down with my favourite Pepsi Max Cherry, which is free as well. So this is what I'm having. I had half a sin for breakfast. I've had no sins for lunch. 2.5 sins now. So I'm sitting on just 3 sins so far for today. So that means if I fancy a snack later on, I've got plenty to play with. So I'll catch you then if I do. So this is what I'm going to finish my evening on. I'm going to have one of these groovy biscuits. And for some reason, they're in a really random packaging. I've never seen it before, but the whole of the box came in these really strange packaging. I don't know if the company might have run out of it and just did a generic one. I don't know. Because normally they are in the actual groovy biscuits packaging. So anyway, whatever. But it is a groovy biscuits because I've had them already before, so they are definitely what it says on there. So I'm going to have one of these for 6 sins, and then I'm also going to have a pair which is speed, and then that's it for the day. Not going to have anything else. So that means I'm finishing the day on 9 sins in total. I've had my healthy extra B and I've had both healthy extra A's. I've drank plenty of water. I've got loads of cleaning done, so that's a massive tick. And loads of washing done. And yeah, I've had quite a productive day, and then I've made that big batch of soup as well, so that's going to see me through for a few days as well. So yeah, a win-win day today. So yeah, very, very happy. So right, I'm going to love you and leave you all, and I will catch you all tomorrow in another What I Eat in a Day. Take care everyone, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you then. Bye.